I'm Phil Graham, I'm the Trade Union Liaison Officer for Islington South and Finsbury CLP. I'm also an ASF Trade Union Industrial Relations Rep. In the light of all the misinformation around the subject, the local party have asked me to give a brief explanation of the current dispute on Southern Rail. Southern Rail are trying to do it currently at the moment. When the doors are opened and closed on Southern Rail services, you have a guard who steps off the train. He can check the whole of the platform to make sure it's clear before he closes the doors and make sure no one gets caught in the doors or falls between the track and the doors. And what Southern Rail are proposing to do now is give the guard a different job, namely Revenue Protection Inspector, among other things they'd have to do, but none of their job will involve dealing with the safety around closing the doors, and they want the drivers, in the 2 seconds it takes to close the doors, to check 12 monitors of varying degrees of quality, all around about the same size as a mobile phone, and to check 24 doors in what would be 2 seconds. If Southern Rail got its way, eventually they'd stop having any second man on the train altogether, which is, I think, where they're heading for anyway. There's no saving for them in changing the role of the guard unless they get rid of them altogether. But from a safety point of view and from a driver's point of view, there is nothing to stop passengers getting caught in the doors, passengers falling between the train and the platform, with very little likelihood of the driver seeing them properly, and any issues surrounding that means the driver could be held to account for it. People who work on the railways are ordinary people. We're not holding anyone in contempt. What we're doing is we're fighting for the safety of our customers, passengers and all users of the trains. We're not doing it to make money. Nobody wants to lose a day's pay or 2 days' pay or even a week's pay. And if we were doing it for money, fine, we'd have our reasons. But this is purely for safety. And when I'm hearing on the news and MPs from both sides saying this is about who opens and closes a door, do you really think people would lose a day's pay in the run up to Christmas just over the point of whether or not they press a button to close a door? Southern Rail's motivation, in my eyes, is they're being pushed along by Chris Grayling and the Department for Transport. This is a fight they've been pushing to have for some time with the rail unions. If they wanted to settle this, earlier on this year there was exactly the same dispute on ScotRail, and an amicable agreement was reached by both parties, and there is no more industrial dispute on ScotRail. The local membership can first of all understand what it's about, not believe the misinformation that's been put out there. They can go down, show their support when they see a picket line at a station. They can, when they see it online and people are griping on about train workers holding everyone to ransom, take people to task over it and explain exactly why train workers are taking this action, and explain to them that it's about safety, it's not about profit, it's not about money, it's not about anything except safety of our customers. If you've got any questions or comments about this current industrial action, please use the comments section below and we'll get back to you with an answer as soon as is practically possible.